You probably never thought of it as a sequence. You opened the gate, and the hens came running. Some came faster, some came slower, and a few came at the back, almost reluctantly. From your perspective, the whole thing took a few seconds, and then they were all around your boots, eating grain. From their perspective, what just happened was the public performance of an entire social structure. Most chicken keepers have not been told that the order in which the hens reach you is not random. It is not a foot race. It is the pecking order, the personalities, the bonds, and the small histories of the flock, laid out in the dust of the yard every morning in the same order, with very little variation across months and years. Here is what nobody tells you. The order your chickens run to you in is the most accurate, most public, and most overlooked map of your flock's society. And it is being shown to you right now every time you open the gate. It will change the way you look at every chicken in your yard. Welcome back. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, because what you're about to learn will change the way you look at every chicken in your yard. Today we're going to walk through 7 things the running order tells you about your flock, what the science says about chicken hierarchy and personality, what each position in the line means, and why the way the hens reach you is more diagnostic than any other behavior you can observe in a single morning. Stay with me until the end, because the last point is the one most viewers never put together, and it changes how you understand the small society you have been living next to. Number 1. The first hen is the bold explorer hen, not always the alpha. The first thing to notice is who reaches you first. Most chicken keepers assume the front runner is the dominant hen. She often is not. Researchers in animal personality, including those publishing in Animal Cognition and Applied Animal Behavior Science, have shown that domestic chickens have stable personality traits: boldness, exploration, sociability that vary independently of dominance rank. The hen who reaches you first is high on the bold explorer trait. She may or may not be the alpha. In many flocks, she is the second-ranked hen, confident enough to be first, not so high-ranked that she can afford to wait. Pay attention to that. The first hen is performing a personality, not necessarily a rank. Number 2. The second through fourth positions are the social middle. The hens who arrive close behind the first one are usually the social middle of the flock. They are confident enough to come in early, well-fed enough to want to be part of the action, but not so bold that they ever get to the gate first. Researchers have shown that the social middle in a stable flock is the most populous and the most stable category. The bulk of the hens doing the bulk of the work, holding the bulk of the relationships. The order within the social middle changes more often than the order at the front or the back. 3 or 4 hens may shuffle their position week to week. The flock's small alliances live in this middle zone. If you watch closely, you can sometimes see 2 hens always arrive together, always run side by side, always eat from the same patch. They are bonded, and the running order is one of the few places it is visible. Number 3. The alpha hen often arrives in the middle, not first. This surprises most chicken keepers. The alpha hen, the highest ranked bird in the pecking order, often arrives somewhere in the middle of the running line, not at the front. The reason is simple. She does not need to run. She knows the food will be there when she arrives. The food does not move. The flock parts for her when she gets there. Researchers studying dominance behavior in domestic chickens have noted that high-ranked hens conserve energy by arriving later and accessing resources through their rank rather than through speed. The University of Bristol's work on flock hierarchy treats this as a normal feature of stable flock behavior. If your alpha hen is arriving in the middle and parting the others as she gets to the food, that is not laziness. It is the privilege of rank. Number 4. The back of the line tells you about the flock's social health. The hens at the back of the running order are the ones to watch most carefully. Some of them are simply low-ranked, content with their position. healthy. Others are something else. A hen who is consistently at the back, who hangs further back than usual, who arrives when the food is mostly gone, that hen is telling you something. Stay with me here, because this one is going to feel remarkable. Researchers in welfare science have shown that hens who consistently lose access to food in flock feeding situations have higher cortisol, lower body weight, and shorter lifespans. The back of the line is, in a real sense, a clinic. The hens who are unwell, the hens who have just lost a position in the pecking order, the hens who have been bullied, they are at the back. The order shows you every morning who needs your attention. Number 5. The sequence is remarkably stable. Researchers studying long-term flock behavior have shown that running order, like roost position, is highly consistent across weeks and months. A flock sequence is not like a sports race that changes day to day. It is a structured social procession that reflects an underlying organization. The same hens are at the front, the same hens are in the middle, the same hens are at the back, until something changes. The persistence is part of the diagnostic value. If a hen who has always been near the front suddenly drops to the middle, something has changed in her. If a hen who has always been at the back moves forward, something has changed in her or in the flock. The order is a signal, and the signal is most informative when you know what it normally looks like. Number 6. The order shows you who is bonded. Within the running line, you can sometimes see pairs. 2 hens who always arrive together. 2 hens who always sit near each other while eating. 2 hens who turn and walk back to the run side by side when the feeding ends. Researchers have documented that domestic chickens form preferential affiliations, friendships in the loose biological sense, and those affiliations are remarkably stable over time. The running order is one of the few public displays of those affiliations. If you have a pair of hens who consistently arrive together, you are watching a chicken friendship, and the friendship is older than most people realize. The University of Bristol's welfare research has noted that disrupting these affiliations by separating bonded hens produces measurable stress, while keeping them together is associated with calmer, healthier birds. Number 7. The order is the public face of an invisible structure. This is the one most people never put together. Everything that happens in your flock, the hierarchy, the personalities, the bonds, the small histories of who beat whom over what, is, most of the time, invisible to you. You see the hens foraging. You see them dust bathing. You see them sleeping. You do not usually see the structure that holds it all together. The running order is the moment that structure becomes visible. It is the public ceremony of the flock's society, performed every morning in the brief seconds between the gate opening and the hens reaching you. The Cherokee, the Norse, and the Egyptians all said something about birds, that they keep their order, that they show their order, that the way they arrive at a place is information for anyone wise enough to read it. None of that folklore was invented out of nothing. It was generations of patient human observation, seeing what cognitive science has only confirmed in the last 20 years. A flock has an order. The order is real, and you have been watching it every morning without realizing it. I am not going to tell you that the order is an exact map of every social fact in your flock. Science simply hasn't finished asking about that. But I am going to tell you that the order is more diagnostic than most chicken keepers ever realize, and that learning to read it changes the way you understand your flock. You are not alone in feeling that way. Don't explain it away. The yard you look at out your window is not a passive scene. It is a place where every morning a small society performs its structure in the open. The bold one is at the front. The middle is in flux. The alpha holds back. The bonded pair runs together. The unwell hen is alone at the rear. You have been watching all of it without knowing what you were watching. Now you know. You have been living next to a society like that for years without knowing the full shape of it. Now you know. Tell me in the comments, Who is the first hen in your running order, and is there a pair you have noticed who always arrive together? I read every one. Some of the stories this community has shared have stayed with me long after I read them. I'll see you in the next one.